Hi, everyone, and welcome to Rainbow House. Yeah! I'm Jess, and today we're going to be going over how to make fried tacos at home. This is a technique in making tacos that my family has used for as long as I can remember, with a not fully known origin, and one that I used to capture the heart and stomach of my at the time new partner, now husband. He says these tacos are what sealed the deal for him. Growing up, I remember asking my dad to make me 7 of these tacos in one sitting, but these days my max is 4. This recipe makes 12 tacos but can be adjusted to fit however many people you are hosting. Join me in learning how to make these crunchy and delicious tacos. All right, to begin, you're going to start with 1 pound of ground beef. I usually go with an 85-15 mix for my fat content, but you can go with whatever content you like. And then you're going to spice it up. You can go Midwest spicy, salt, pepper, garlic, or add in something else like cumin, cayenne, maybe even some Sazon. And then you're going to go ahead and mix that up by hand so that all the spices are incorporated into the meat and very little will come off into the oil. The next step is laying out 12 corn tortillas and dividing the meat equally between all of them. Once you're ready, it's time to press down the meat onto the tortilla so that it adheres nicely and does not fall off when being placed into the fry oil. You're going to want to press it down so that it forms a half moon shape or covers half the tortilla. I like to use gloves when pressing the meat down just because I don't like to get meat underneath my fingernails, but if you're not squeamish, go for it. I would say that when pressing the meat down onto the corn tortilla, 2 hands are better than one because one helps the other kind of with leverage to keep the meat from flying off when you're lifting your hands. Okay, now it's time to get the battle station ready. You want your prepared tacos close at hand so it's easy to reach, a splatter screen for any popping oil, a small pot at medium-low heat with 1 inch of a neutral oil like canola or veggie, and a vessel with a lid lined with paper towels to place the fried tacos in when you're done cooking. All right, now it's time to fry. Be very careful at this stage because the oil is hot and unpredictable and can splatter you badly. So just be careful. You can definitely do some test chips beforehand before doing the tacos if you want to cut up some tortillas and put them in there. It's great chips to snack on beforehand. But it also does give you a gauge as to how hot the oil really is. As you're frying your tacos, you want to take your taco with your tongs and lower the meat side in first. Kind of wiggle the non-meat side so that the hinge gets a little bit pliable, and then flip over the top so that the taco closes. And then you're going to want to kind of press down on them a little bit so that the taco does not expand and bubble up. They do sometimes, left to their own devices, balloon, and so you might have to prick the taco or the tortilla with your tongs just so that it kind of opens up a pocket and lets out some of that air. Generally, it should be okay. Another problem that you might face is the meat could slip out of the taco shell. If that happens, you can either take the entire thing, the shell and the meat out of the hot oil and place it back in once it's cooled a little bit to the touch so that you're not going to burn yourself, and then continue to fry it. Or if you are like me, you can maneuver it a little bit and get it back in there while it's still in the pot, but it is a little bit sketchy. You want to cook these for 1 minute to 2 minutes on each side, depending on how hot your oil is. The oil will bubble nicely like it is here, especially when you flip them over, and it might kick up some bubbles when the meat hits the oil, it should kind of quiet down and become a lot more gentle as it is finished cooking. I'm checking it. It looks pretty good. It looks golden and crisp. And then the meat will not look pink or light in any way. It will definitely be a golden, crispy brown when finished. So make sure to check your meat like you are seeing here. Tap off any extra oil as possible and then put it in your lidded vessel and you're done. You're ready. Fill it how you like. You can do it American style. You can fill it with onions and cilantro, however you like it. I like to do sour cream, cheese, tomatoes, salsa, and then lettuce just because I'm okay if the lettuce falls off and I treasure my tomatoes a little bit more. So just whatever makes you happy. There you have it. If you happen to have any leftovers, they can easily be reheated in an oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes, flipping them at the halfway point during the cooking time. Thank you so much for spending time with me learning how to make these tasty tacos today in Rainbow House. If you enjoyed the journey, please make sure to like and subscribe to stay in touch for the next video. If you have any suggestions for recipes you'd like to see, make sure to leave a comment below. Thank you so much.